So, Formula One, the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix qualifying 2025. Max Verstappen gets pole position, a great pole position for Max once again. He delivers once again when it mattered the most. 2 tenths clear of Lando Norris. Absolutely superb from him. Red Bull were kind of in the back foot in start of the weekend, but obviously we don't always trust Red Bull because they like to play this kind of games, and they showed that good pace. I would say in qualifying, and over a lap he was fantastic. I would say Max. People complain about, oh, he had that slipstream from Yuki from the first lap, but he improved after that in the second lap as well. So it's not like he did it by luck, or that slipstream decided the whole lap. So he was brilliant with two pole laps. He was phenomenal, fantastic, brilliant performance from Max once again, and a great pole position, and that means he got the most pole positions in Formula 1 this season. So, which is incredible considering, like, most of the year McLaren were the fastest team. I'm talking about the car, and obviously, they won the constructors a while ago. But great pole position for Max. So great news for Max that he started on pole. However, not so much. Not everything was perfect for him because Lando Norris finishing second, and obviously Max needs Lando to finish off the podium in case for Max to win the title and Max to win the race as well. So I think Max is, he's in a very good position. Oscar Piastri is in third, George Russell in fourth, Leclerc fifth. It's gonna be a fascinating race. I'm pretty sure. Obviously the top three who are fighting for the championship are in the top three. You've got George Russell, who's in fourth, where he was actually, I would say he was challenging for pole, because I think Mercedes looked very, very good in Ep53, finishing first, and then he made a couple of mistakes, and I thought he could get pole, by the way, or even be close to Lando and Max, but he made two crucial mistakes in 2 laps. The first one where I think he was like kind of squeezing in that final sector, and also he made that final sector, that final corner in the final sector. So yeah, it could have been better one, considering I think if he didn't make that mistake, he could have been above Piastri, also Norris as well, because Norris was ahead of Piastri, but not by a huge margin. So yeah, it's going to be a very fascinating and interesting race. If the results ends like this in the race, then Norris wins the title, but obviously it's not going to end like this. Abu Dhabi is such a complicated race. Abu Dhabi is such a crazy race. Abu Dhabi always delivers, and it's going to be a crazy race. I think strategy can play a part, of course. Obviously McLaren, they look faster still. However, Red Bull and Verstappen look fast as well. That turn 1, lap 1 start is going to be very, very crucial for all the drivers. And if Norris stays second, and if Norris stays second and Max stays first, we all know Max with what he's going to do, right? He's going to pack up the whole field and try and slow Lando on purpose down and let Oscar and other drivers overtake him. We know that's going to happen, right? Because I think Verstappen, and rightly so, Verstappen, if I was in his position, I would use that kind of tactics to try and win a championship, because even if he wins the race, Max is not guaranteed to win the title. But I expect him to win the title today, because I think Lando has been coping with the pressure fantastically well, but I think Max, he's something else. He's something else, isn't he? And quality performance from Max, and I think in the qualifying, and I think he will use some tactics. I think he's going to try some shenanigans. And yes, the problem is, even if he slows Lando on purpose down, he might get past, because let's say if Lando is that close to Max and Verstappen's tyres is getting destroyed and Piastri is getting closer to Norris, surely Norris is going to go for the overtake on Max and not like only focus on defending Piastri or Russell or Leclerc. Surely he's going to also try to attack, and then yes, I understand Norris doesn't have to win the race. Norris only needs to finish in the podium. He doesn't need to win the race. He needs to be cautious, etc. He can risk of any shenanigans, but at the same time, if there is a move, that is clear to go for it, you have to go for it. So, yeah. However, in Abu Dhabi, you can easily overtake. By the way, you've got that turn, that straight line speed that McLaren usually struggle in that sector, and Red Bull are usually better at that. And then you've got the other straight line as well. So you've got two straight lines, like the turn 4, turn 5, and then turn 6, turn 7. So yeah, and then after that, so you can overtake in Abu Dhabi. Obviously, it's not like Silverstone or Brazil, but you can overtake in Abu Dhabi. So I think if Max tries to play the games with Lando, where he tries to back the whole field up, I think that could be a problem for Lando. And Lando could, McLaren usually are strong in managing tires, but in the last couple of races, their management in tires was not the best, in my opinion. So this is something Lando could struggle. This is something Lando could, he could get passed by Oscar, and he could get passed by George and Leclerc as well. So because George Russell will go for it. There's absolutely no doubt he will go for it. Charles Leclerc, he will absolutely go for it. Absolutely. So yeah, it's gonna be such a complicated race. It's gonna be such a complicated race. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be absolutely crazy. I expect my predictions for the race. Red Bull are built for Abu Dhabi, aren't they? I mean, I have a feeling like that Max has already won the title, if I'm being very honest, because we all know what's going to happen, right? It's written in the stars. Like, if you look at the most of the weekend, Red Bull were not the fastest, and somehow, some way, Verstappen pulls off 2 great laps and he gets pole. I mean, it's written in the stars, isn't it? That Max is going to win the title. It's written in the stars. I can feel it. Listen, Lando should still win the title, but the way the season has been going, I have a feeling that Max is going to do it. Considering he's never led the championship all season and he's going to win it in the final race. I think Max is going to do it. I really think so. I think Max will win the race, and I think he will win the championship. I think second Oscar Piastri and third George Russell. I stick to my prediction I predicted on the preview. I still stick to that. I think Verstappen will win the race, second Oscar Piastri, and third George Russell. That's my prediction. I feel like something strange will happen also in this race, because Abu Dhabi always delivers. So yeah, it's going to be a fascinating one. I'm really, really looking forward to it. It's the title decider. Will it be the number 5? Sorry, will it be the number 1 for Lando Norris? Will it be the number 1 for Oscar Piastri? Or will it be the number 5 for Max Verstappen? And I think Max Verstappen, I think Max Verstappen will become the second driver in Formula history to win 5 consecutive titles in a row, alongside Michael Schumacher. I can feel it. I think Red Bull and it's like when you see teams that are in stadiums that have a great relationship and they always deliver in that, let's say, stadiums or tracks, a bit like Real Madrid Bernabeu in Champions League nights. This is similar. Red Bull in Abu Dhabi in a title finale, they always deliver. I could see I could see Verstappen winning again, and I can see Verstappen winning the title again. I could see it. So yeah, that's my predictions. Thank you guys. See you tomorrow, and have a nice day. Bye.